Wow. Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody. Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! I can't believe I get to do this. Well, welcome, everybody, to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush. We are here today on sort of wedged in between a number of very big days. Earlier this week, the #1 cocktail in the world, the margarita, had its big appreciation day. Hopefully you were all able to make a margarita on Thursday. I know that I was. I made a Tommy's margarita. I made a few of them. It was delicious. We had, I think we might have had chile quiles that. No, we had something to go along with the margarita. It was delicious. Right after that, of course, what happens? It's National Appreciation of Bartenders Day. Support your local booze dealers. A lot of them are my friends. Turns out I am one of them. Turns out a lot of you, as I've seen your Instagrams and your Facebooks and what you guys are up to, are also at this point bartenders. So I appreciate all of you. However, there was a day that I missed on my schedule, and that was a day celebrating perhaps my favorite bartender. The bartender that I talk about enough with dreamy eyes, the person that started all of this, all of what we got going on here, a guy named Ernest Raymond Beaumont Gantt. Eventually changed his name to Donn Beach, and he created the Tiki movement, and I figured why not take today and make a few of his cocktails. This isn't like what we were doing the other day with our friend Gaz Regan. I'm not going to do a whole take apart of his life, put it back together. We'll talk a little bit about what my philosophy on old Donn is. We're going to talk a little bit about what he has given to bartending, but mostly we're going to make some of his cocktails that I personally think don't get enough credit. So that's what we're up to today. Hopefully you guys are here. Hopefully we don't have any of the the Vic heads. That's what I call them. People that love Trader Vic. I call them Vic heads. They come in here, they cause a ruckus. They start saying a lot of jibber jabber about our old friend Donn. Of course, those two were rivals till the very end. Both thought they invented the Mai Tai. Hopefully we don't have a lot of Vic heads in here because today is Donn Appreciation. So that's what we're doing today. Hopefully you guys are into it. Speaking of people that are not Vic heads, maybe you are and I don't know. The low carb cocktail guy is confusing everybody. I don't think I can see that low carb cocktail guy wrote his this little thing at 17:18. That was almost an hour ago, and we haven't heard from him since. So wherever the low carb cocktail guy is, we hope he's well. We hope that there is no emergency. Maybe we should call somebody. I don't think he's in the bar right now, but he was here, and he left us all a little note that says, wow, now I'm too early. Hello, low carb cocktail guy, if you are watching this later. Here is Bootopia. Bootopia has places to be and will not, refuses to greet us all with any more than just some letters. And I love it. Honestly, I love a running gag. GEA C's. I believe the C stands for Cushies. I hope it stands for Cushies. Hopefully you're not just going around calling us all C's. that could be rough, pal. Espen is hoping we all have a lice show. I hope we have a lice show too. Honestly, no show like a lice show. It gets in there. You need a shower afterwards. Those are all big shows. Well, he meant live show. He meant live show. Don't worry about it. Moose, I think we all understood. In fact, let's give him one. Moose. Good to see you. There is Shawnee P. Good evening. And happy National Bartender Day to all of you. Yes, happy National Bartender Day to you, Shawnee P. Shawnee P is out there. He may not have a job at a bar, but that doesn't mean that guy's not making new cocktails, fun cocktails. He's making cocktails that we can all enjoy. He's putting out recipes, taking pictures. That's a bartender, pal. You better tell somebody in your life to appreciate you. I'll do it. In fact, I'm doing it right now. Bootopia has some questions about bitters. I get it. Bitters are tough. Bitters can be tough. Let me give you what to start with. Always start with Angostura. Angostura, just for some reason, it's just a great way to bitter a cocktail. A lot of cocktails call for Angostura bitters. Start with there. Then move into some orange bitters. And then, if I could make a suggestion, find something that you like. Just, can I show you one that I really like? It's this guy right here. This is Woodford Reserve Chocolate Bitters. You hear Woodford Reserve, you automatically think these are going to be expensive. These are nice and cheap, and they are awesome. They are barrel aged and delicious. Seems to go with everything that I do that is tequila. For some reason, that chocolate and the tequila is really nice, and it does all the right stuff. Let me say hello to Bon Bon, who thought that our friend, low carb cocktail guy, he let us know his name is Frank. Thought he was here. He is not, but Bon Bon is here, and that is what is important more than anything. Let's see. Who else we got in here? Oh, here's Jay Carter, Party Starter. He is here. He is ready. Bon Bon has gone through and done a quick inventory of her bitters, and it's embarrassing. No, not embarrassing. Impressive. No matter how many bitters, if you have any bitters in your house, that is an impressive amount. If you have a lot of bitters in your house, that's an even more impressive amount. So you're doing great. Here's DC Debbie Clark, winner of the 2023 Kush Tucky Derby, with a big hello to everybody. She has graced us with her winning presence, and hopefully we will all, she's the opposite of a cooler. Hopefully now we will all win something. Here is Dougie G in the place to be. I had a nice chat with him this week, him and Cocktail Lulu, about what I'm going to be doing April 24th through the 28th at the Arizona Tiki Oasis. I got to take some classes, apparently. So I am signing up for those here soon. Bon Bon is saying maybe some Boston bitters and some Tiki bitters. Those are the Bitterman's bitters. Those are great bitters. Let's see. Who else do we have in here? Jen is here. Jen, hi, Jen. Good to see you. Here is Tiki Tom. It is Tiki Tom. Oh, look at this. We have April DuBois here. April DuBois is well known at this bar just recently. And also now, apparently, has her own account. So now we can all say hi. We can all look at April. Say hello, April, as opposed to having to go through old Scotty DuBois, who we love, but one less step. Let's see. Shawnee Panabaker didn't have a marg and hasn't ever. You've never had a margarita? It's time. It is time. Yes, it meant cushies, not any other C word. Susan Lang says, happy birthday to Dawn with two N's. She spelled it right. Look at that. Here is the UF Mark, our resident alligator. Good to see you. I'm not a bartender, Dougie G says, but I play one on TV. Technically a bartender. Even people that play bartenders on TV, technically, I think you can get in the guild. Paulie is calling for some Peychaud's bitters. What are we saying? Peychaud's. We're just dropping the D. We're just saying no D to anything. We're just getting rid of that D. Peychaud's bitters. I'm never going to get that one. Richie the Whiff. He has the guy knows flavor. Nothing else. The guy knows flavor. He is concerned, maybe, or intrigued, I guess, about chocolate and tequila. It is awesome. I'm telling you, really goes well. Let's see who else. Okay, boop 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 boop. Cheers to April. Yes, cheers to April. Cheers to this to Jen right there. And what else do we have? I think that's it. Not that that's it, but we've done it. We've done 10 minutes of introductions. I feel like we could get into it. Okay, let me get rid of that. Donn Beach. Donathan, Don Sif. His name was Donn. His name was Ernest when he was born in 1907 in a little place called, you ever heard of this place? Texas, or possibly New Orleans, or timeout, it could have been Florida. Who knows? Who knows exactly where old Donn was born? I don't. A lot of people say they do. A lot of people say a lot of things. He could have been born any one of those places. It's commonly now accepted that he was probably born in Texas before he was ever able to go start a job, get a career going. He said, "You know what? Screw this. I'm getting on a boat. Bye. Peace." He had peace fingers, jumped on a boat, and ran away. Went around the world a couple times, and in that time, he learned a few things. First of all, a few interesting flavors. That dude learned about papayas. He learned about pineapples. He learned all kinds of big, fat flavors that he would eventually start using. He learned about another thing, rum. Rum in all of these tropical places. Sugarcane grows where it's tropical. Sugarcane grows where boats go. And so he started to learn about rum. He learned specifically about a great cocktail called the Planter's Punch. Planter's Punch, which seems to me to be a lot like a daiquiri with some Angostura bitters into it. That's all it is. I mean, really, when we get into it, that's really all it is. It's a punch. It's a basic punch. Well, from there, he was able to eventually circumnavigate the globe 2 times, show up in a little place called Hollywood, a little boulevard called Gower. I think at this point there is a Bally's Total Fitness there. But back then, there was a bar that he was running his stuff out of. Before the bar opened, though, he had to make some money. Well, how do you make money in the 1920s? I'll tell you. One way to do it, bootleg. This dude already had pirate friends. Well, why not now? If people are looking to drink and he's got the hookup, why not? Come on. Bootleg. Just bootleg. He was doing that a lot, getting caught a lot. At least a couple times this dude got caught. Turns out that means that he can't start a bar. Can't get a liquor license if you have been caught bootlegging numerous times. So the day the prohibition ends, the very day, what happens? Donn the Beachcomber is ready to go. Donn the Beachcomber, the bar, is ready to go. He is ready to start pouring drinks that day. Rest is history. He creates rum rhapsodies. He creates this escapism. He is a big stickler on authenticity. When people start to roll their eyes at tiki, is it appropriation? What kind of, what is exactly tiki doing? Donn was doing his very best to be as authentic as he could. He was doing his best. Jen says it's an LA Fitness now, not a Bally's. Do they even have Bally's? Bally's still a thing? Well, he starts making all these great drinks. All these great drinks start to sort of take off. He starts to get huge celebrity followings. They want to come into his Gower place all the time. He starts opening up places all over the place. He starts opening up a Donn the Beachcomber in Chicago. Got one in Florida. I'm sure he's got a few in Texas. He got them all over the place. And in that, he needs to start making a lot of recipes. Well, he did. That's what he did. So we're going to start over here. We talked about the Planter's Punch. This next one, or this first cocktail, is a great example of how to take a Planter's Punch. It is just rum, it is lime, it is sugar, and it is bitters or some sort of flavoring, some sort of spice, and how to expand it. Now, this drink comes from a book that's pretty interesting, I think. This book right here. It is Hawaii Tropical Rum Drinks and Cuisine by our good friend Donn the Beachcomber. Really, actually, though, written by Arnold Bittner and Phoebe Beach. Phoebe Beach was his wife. Arnold Bittner was her new husband after he died. Came from that book. So clearly, this is a drink that's he talked about enough, or at least had in his secret notes that Phoebe Beach eventually found and was able to put into a book. So we're going to make this one. It is called The Colonels. The Colonel. Oh, wait, one sec. Bon is saying missing an N. Bon is correct. It is missing an N. Never noticed that before. How on earth did Phoebe Beach decide not to put the other N in there? I don't know. Phoebe Beach, do better. Anyway, this is called the Colonel Beach's Plantation Punch. Colonel Beach's Plantation Punch. Let's get this going. We have a lot of ice ready to go, so hopefully Rich Whiffen is going to stick around. There's going to be a lot of big ice sounds tonight. Hopefully we're all ready for that. It's called the Colonel Beach's Plantation Punch because he was, sorry, let's do that again. It's called the Colonel Beach's Plantation Punch because Donn Beach, or Ernesto Gantt, was a colonel in the army. He was charged, or he was, I don't know. I don't know much about the army. What do I know about the army? Eventually, he made his way up into the army. And so he was actually a colonel. I don't know where that ranks. I know I think it's above private and somewhere below president. It's right in that sweet spot. Above private and below the president. So good for him. He did well. It calls for a lot of rum. So hopefully you guys are interested in a lot of rum today. I have been very good on my calories so that I can get a lot of rum into here. Let's make it by starting off with our Jamaican rum. Now, do not roll your eyes at delicious Myers rum. I know it's not the fanciest Jamaican rum there has ever been, but it's a good Jamaican rum, and we are going to enjoy it today. Take your Jamaican rum, and we need 2 ounces. Just throw in 2 ounces of a nice dark Jamaican rum. I will remind you, we have 2 extra rums to throw in here. There's some people that have some opinions. Let's go here. Oh, that is true. This is the Donn the Beachcomber. It's Donn with 2 N's, Beach. Or it's Donn the Beachcomber is 1 N. Phoebe Beach is doing okay. Bon asking the right question, though. Isn't this the same lady that had me shaking the blender and recipe? This is the same lady. And in fact, every time she says to blend something, she says, put your ingredients into a blender and then shake. Is Hamilton's acceptable? Hamilton's is, I will accept Hamilton's as an answer for this rum. I will accept Hamilton's as an answer. Yes. You get full credit there, Utopia. Okay. Next bit of business. We're going to reach back here and we're going to grab some Puerto Rican rum. What exactly is Puerto Rican one? Let me show you. This is Puerto Rican rum. I know that technically Bacardi was a Cuban company, but for reasons that I still do not understand, I don't get them anymore. You can explain them to me. I took lots of history classes. I don't understand. I understand that at some point there were a bunch of pigs hanging out by the water. I understand that at one point Kennedy, one of the Kennedys, was unhappy with those Castro boys. I get it. But in the United States, we do not accept Cuban things. So Bacardi's saying, boys, can we all have a meeting? Everybody come to the boardroom real quick. Shots ready. We need to be able to sell rum to the United States. We're very close, and those guys drink. What do? They said, what if we just move it to Puerto Rico? And we'll just move it in there. So we'll call Cuban rum and Puerto Rican rum basically the same thing. That's what this is. It's a Cuban style, but technically it is a Puerto Rican rum. We need 1 ounce of some Puerto Rican rum. For anybody paying attention so far, that is 3 ounces of rum that we have in this cocktail so far. And we're not done. We also need to get in some Barbadian rum. I'm not going to pretend that this is Barbadian rum. I'm just not going to do it. But it is close enough. This is Kiss rum. It is a good blend of a number of rums. If you have Montgay, that is a great Barbadian rum. I have, it turns out, drank all of my Barbadian rum. And they don't just deliver it back to me. I keep trying to get the distillers to get some sort of hotline. Hey, I finished my Barbadian rum. Where can I get some more? They always give me the same answer. Who is this? Stop calling. Also, the store. Just go to the store. We need 1/2 ounce of some Barbadian rum. Throw this back here. Okay. That's the rums. We have all of our rums in here. Let's keep going. We are going to see how much blood we can squeeze out of this bottle of Curacao. And if we cannot, we'll see how much blood we can squeeze out of this bottle of Curacao. Almost none. And then we're going to switch back over to our friend Triple Sec. We've run out of Curacao, is what we're saying. Go ahead and grab some Curacao. We need 1 full ounce of Curacao. Oh, we've done it. On 1. We did it in 1 bottle. Oh gosh, now where's everything going to go? Just push it back. Doing great. It's just Campari, guys. It's just Campari. All good. Okay. Looking good. Keep going. We need some lime, obviously. That's why we have this out. We need 3/4. Geez, these are large limes, huh? We need 3/4 ounce of some lime juice. We're going to squeeze it in here. We're just going to assume that this is about 3/4 ounce. Eventually, you can pretty much just guess. Bootopia asking, where's Glenn? I don't know. I don't have any clue. Hopefully somewhere. If not, he's broken the laws of physics and space and time. Okay. Next thing we need to get in here is going to be a number of small dashes. All right. Some small. There we go. Small dashes. We need some absinthe. We're going to grab this absinthe. We're going to shake in 2 dashes of some absinthe. These are little half shakers, so just trust me, that was 2 dashes. We need 2 dashes of some Angostura bitters. And something that we don't see all that often in dashes is going to be our falernum. Pull this out. Falernum. This is John D. Taylor. Falernum, we need dashes. We need 2 of them. So I guess we're just going to go ahead and throw in, I don't know, like 1/8 ounce. Of falernum. If you don't have falernum, I recommend getting some falernum. It doesn't go bad. It has enough alcohol in it so it'll just stay. It's a really nice sort of flavoring situation. It really does make a lot of drinks very nice. Okay. We have one last thing to put in here, and that is ginger beer. But we're going to shake this cocktail, so we don't want to put in ginger beer before the shake. Lots and lots of ice. Right there. Okay. Let us give this a big... Big shake. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I got caught in my microphone or my headphone cords. Who could possibly be texting me? Okay. What do you think? Let's put it in. We'll put it in this one. Big old pineapple glass. We want to take our ginger beer. I buy the cheap stuff. Why? I don't care that much about ginger beer. We need 4 ounces of ginger beer. And then we are going to slowly pump and dump this guy in. We want as much of that ice as we can get until it's going to be too much. Then there we go. Boosh. The mighty boosh. Throw in a little spent lime. I don't mind a little spent lime going back into my cocktail. Throw that right in there. Make it look kind of like it's a pineapple. Why don't we cut this one in half too? Throw these in here so that we have a little bit of theater of the mind. It makes it look like it's a big old pineapple. Get that guy out of there. Find a way to make these stick up. Maybe if you guys both go in front. Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for. We've done it. Kyle, when you come in here, I need more straws. Thank you. We're going to throw this in here. And that is that. This right here is, let me make sure I get this name right. This is Colonel Beach's Plantation Punch. Colonel Beach's Plantation Punch. Donn Beach was a real colonel, so he gets to call himself that. You know, it's lame when people go around calling themselves something that they haven't earned at all. That is not cool. It's not the way to do it. It's called stolen valor, and honestly, it's a crime, and you can go to jail for it. So don't do it. Anyway, here we have it. Oh, I haven't even taken a sip, and here comes Kyle running in. Here, cheers to you guys. Oh, freaking yes. He's got all of the big rums running through here. He has a ton of flavor. I know we didn't put much falernum in there, but the falernum is there. The absinthe is there. I see the straws. Just give me 1 second. I'm just. I'll trade you. Thank you. Take that from you. Enjoy that, pal. Yep. Got it? Yeah, good. Don't worry. He's got it. He let me know. An interesting exploration into exactly how to take the Planter's Punch and make it into a larger cocktail. It had all of the big rums. So it's not just one rum now. Now we're using 3 rums to go big in that cocktail. We are also using all kinds of spices, the falernum, the absinthe, the Angostura bitters, the ginger beer, all of that stuff going in there. It's just another version of your spices in a cocktail. We had a lot of sweetener going into that one. We had the curacao going in there. So it's not just sweet. It's not just sugar that's sweetening what we got. Instead, it is that plus some of the falernum and also that ginger. It's just a lot going on. Just a lot. Honestly, that drink has a lot going on. Hopefully, you guys are able to make it. Dr. Bird, Scott DeBoy saying that Dr. Bird is bringing the funk. You made it with the Dr. Bird. That is an excellent choice for rums on that one. Let me say, I just remembered that I need to get some Dr. Bird at some point. Dougie G, mix this one. Oh, first of all, good to see you, Scotty. Always a pleasure. We also love seeing April, but it's also good to see you. Let's say, Dougie G, mix this one live. Dug it. Really good. Dug it. Didn't mean to say that. Sometimes I just step into those. Glad you liked it. Was this a precursor to the suicide cocktail? Yes. Yeah. I mean, I imagine this did come before the suicide. Anybody do suicides? Is that what it was called where you guys were growing up? When you mixed one of every soda at a soda jerk, it was called a suicide. That's where I learned that I loved Mountain Dew for a minute and then learned that I hated Mountain Dew after I had it for like 6 months straight only. It was a lot. Dougie G was out of Myers, had Karuba instead. Those are not necessarily interchangeable, but a good way to go. Here is our good friend Georgie. There is a bum in your rum. Get that out of there. I'm pretty sure if stolen valor is illegal, putting your bum in rum should also be illegal. Okay, we're going to stick around with our friend over here with Phoebe Beach. Sticking around with Phoebe Beach, and we're going to make a cocktail that I had never even begun to hear of. It's this one right here. It's called the Marama Punch. It's a little bright here. About right over here. Marama Punch. The Marama Punch. I picked it today because we don't use, almost never do we use Sprite in our cocktails. Today we are. Oh, let me say hello to my friend Tammy. Tammy is super late. She's missed multiple classes, but she is here today, and that is very nice, which means that I will no longer get any work out of Kyle. The guy that can't drink caffeine drink Mountain Dew. Yeah, I think I might have overdone it a touch. I drink it a lot. Okay. The Marama Rum Punch. I have found almost no other history on it. The only reason that we know it is a Donn Beach cocktail is, of course, because Phoebe Beach put it into her book. Now, Phoebe Beach also tells us when we are putting things into blenders that we should shake the blender. We don't know. We don't. Is this for sure a Donn Beach cocktail? I don't know. But I thought it sounded interesting, and so we're going to make it. Let's get our ingredients ready for a cocktail called the Marama Punch. A super easy cocktail. A cocktail that doesn't take a lot of thinking. You don't need to have like extra stuff. I just had this stuff, so we're just ready to go. So you guys should be okay. And if you don't have orgeat, that's fine, but you should have orgeat. Just honestly, stop that. Just stop being wimps. Get some orgeat. Okay, start over here with some Jamaican rum. For all the Jamaican rums today, just know that we're using Myers. If you don't want to use Myers, you can, of course, pop over here and use Karuba. A great rum, but Myers is good, especially for the quantity that we're going to be doing today. 1 ounce, just 1 ounce of rum. Not a heavy pour. Maybe we should just. It's okay. It's okay, guys. It's going to be fine. Next thing we got to put in here is going to be some triple sec. It specifically calls for triple sec. We were able to get our curacao in the last one. Now we're going to triple sec. We got the cheap stuff. Okay, fine. 1 ounce of some triple sec. All right. There. Doesn't smell like much. Okay, lime juice. We need 1 ounce of lime juice. I have a feeling that I can get all of the lime juice that I need out of this one lime. So we're going to continue our cut, keeping this thing together. We're going to take this and we're going to squeeze in. We need to do 1 ounce of lime juice. Bootopia is concerned. Do we have to have lemon lime soda? You do not. You know, let me be very honest with you guys. We don't even have to do any of this. So, no, in order to make this drink, you do not need to have lemon lime soda. It won't be this drink anymore. If you want to instead use like ginger beer, or honestly, just soda water. Soda water might be fine. I would recommend, if you're doing that, maybe instead do like a little extra lime, maybe a touch of sugar, but then in the end, you're just kind of adding lemon lime soda to it. But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to change the flavor if you don't have it. Tammy's saying I don't know if I can look that good after food poisoning. I had food poisoning on Sunday, so it has been 1 week. I did almost die. I mean, really almost died. I don't know how many of you guys know, like, I think some of you know me personally. I think we've met. I love meat. I love to eat meat. If I could just eat meat, I would eat meat. I've eaten zero meat. I've eaten zero meat. Zero meat. This week. I've been completely vegetarian. And that is not something I would ever do, but it did almost kill me. Okay, I brought up the lemon lime soda thinking that we're going to put it in now, but we're not. We're going to take some Angostura bitters. We're going to go ahead and put in like 3 big dashes of Angostura bitters. Paul wants to know, can he substitute Ting? You can substitute Ting for anything. If you guys don't know Ting, Ting is an amazing grapefruit soda coming out of Jamaica. Hard to find. If you're in the Los Angeles area, you can find it at a place called the Beverage Warehouse. But for the most part, very difficult to find. So yeah, you can use it in this. Paul, I don't recommend it. I feel like that's a waste of Ting. You don't want to waste that Ting, man. Don't waste the Ting. And then we need to have 3 dashes of orgeat. Now, what exactly is a dash of orgeat? I don't know. I don't know what a dash of orgeat is. And then need 3 of them. So now I have 3 things that I don't know. We're going to go ahead and put in a little less than 1/4 ounce of orgeat. And we're going to call that 3 dashes. Thank you, Moose. Thank God we still have me. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I thank God that I still have me. I don't know what else I have. That's the one thing that I definitely have is me. And I'm glad that that $10 London broil didn't kill me. Embarrassing way to go. Okay, let's give this a shake. And away we go. Feel good about that. Okay. I think we'll put this one in here. I'm trying to switch up my cups for each one. This one also has a face on it. And we're just going to pump and dump this one. Midway through, we're going to stop. We're going to put our lemon lime soda in here. Is it calling for 4 ounces? I forget what to exactly call for. 4 ounces. Oh my God. Oh my God. 4 ounces of some lemon lime soda. I'm just going to eyeball that. I feel good about that. I feel like that was a pro pour. Right there, doing great things. We're just going to do spent limes on everything tonight. Hopefully you guys are good. Oh, Bootopia. Yes, I see now the question. Yes, lemon lime soda. Let me be honest about why I called it lemon lime soda. In the book, The Hawaiian Drinks by Phoebe Beach, she calls for 7-Up. I happen to just have Sprite lying around from a party that I had a little bit ago. And so I didn't want to go out and have to buy Sprite, or yeah, buy Sprite I didn't want to go out to buy 7-Up if I had Sprite. So I cheesed it a little bit. We call that in the industry, we call that Hollywooding it. We Hollywooded it a little bit. Same kind of color as the last one. Exact same garnish, but less rum, more sweet, more bubbles. Well, same bubbles. Let's see. I wanted to throw in one there that could be conceived of as maybe a bit of a like one of those drinks. Just because I don't want people to think that I'm so biased towards Donn. So we'll see how this one goes. Cheers. Even that's delicious. Certainly not a it's not a strong drink. It's not a big, burly, in your face tiki drink. It's a nice sipper. It's got some daytime implications. Maybe it's time when you're sitting by the beach or sitting by the pool or honestly crying in a bathtub in the middle of the day. Some meeting's gone horribly wrong. You need a cocktail. I feel like this is that cocktail right there. This is the Marama Punch. I'm in. Way to go, Donn. Way to go, Donn. Really nice. Okay. Kyle, do you want this? I think Kyle's going to like this one a lot. You know what? We're going to get a rating from Kyle on this one. We all remember the ratings for Kyle's. Kyle, if he loves it, if he likes it, or he hates it, we're going to get a rating on this one. There you go, pal. Got it? Yep. There you go. We're just going to wait for that rating. Fun fact, the Maramba was an actual floating hotel room concept Donn Beach created in Tahiti. He tried to launch it in Waikiki, but City Hall, a no-go, kept a few going back in Tahiti while hurricane wiped them out. Okay, here we go. We have a rating for Kyle. Does he glove? Oh, he gloves it. Oh, that's easy. I thought we were going to go through them. No, he gloves it. That is a glove on that one. That is great. We love when Kyle gloves these cocktails. You are going to have to find yourself some Sprite or some something, 7-Up, etc. That's fun to learn about the Maramba. Yeah, let's put that up there. The Marama was an actual floating hotel room concept. Boy, that just sounds dangerous. I've been to a hotel. I went to a hotel one time. It was great. But it seemed like a place that when I was lost, I don't want to go into a room that's floating, fall, and die. So maybe it's better that we don't have Marama rooms just running around here all the time. Okay. I know why you guys are here. I understand why we're all here. The day I put up a Donn Beach cocktail, we have a bunch of people show up. And I understand why, guys. I get it. Why? Well, Donn Beach is famous for creating possibly, if not definitely, the best tiki cocktail. Jen says the Marama is what she thinks it should be called a cruise. That's true. A floating hotel room is basically a cruise. Donn Beach created possibly the best tiki cocktail. Why is that? Well, it is strong. It is powerful. It is delicious. And it has some lore to it. Let me start off by doing a little side-by-side comparison. This is, as Trader Vic describes the encounter, this is how he created the Mai Tai. One day he had some Tahitian friends over. They were drinking. He made them this concoction, handed to them, and they said, Mai Tai. That's the story. That's the story about the Mai. Even from his own daughter's lips, that's the story. He brought some friends over. He was making a drink. Basically, he was making a margarita, but with rum, and he put in some orgeat, and he gave it to his friends, and they said, Mai Tai, which means, it means good. It means the best. Come on. Get over it. This story is awesome. Donn and his friend had been drinking all day, maybe for weeks on end. They could have been drinking for freaking ever. Who knows? They may have never stopped drinking. Anyway, the guy that he was drinking with eventually had to go. Why? Well, as happens, he had to go to a job interview. Dang. Oh, next day, he's like, Donn, I gotta get to this job interview. I can't do this anymore. So the guy took off, and the next day, right before the job interview, he stopped in. He goes, Donn, I feel like I'm gonna die, bro. I feel like all this drinking, it killed me. I really think I am dead. I feel dead. Donn, what do I do? And Donn said, stop, say less. And he ran to the back, threw in a bunch of stuff into a glass, and he said, you were dead? Well, stop. You're not dead anymore. In fact, you're the living dead. And now, drink this. It's called the zombie, dude. He drank the zombie, he went to his job interview, and he got the job. And that man's name? Ronald Reagan. He got the job on Bedtime for Bonzos. True story. I don't know who that guy was. Nobody knows who that guy was. Anyway, we don't even know if the story's true. The other cool thing about it, though, is the lore that comes along with the zombie. Anytime you ever see limits 2 per customer on a menu, that started with the zombie. That started with old Donnie Zomb. Anyway, it's just a better story. He just wasn't like hanging out with some friends. He was drinking. There he was drinking, having a good time. It wasn't, sorry, Bootopia. It wasn't really Ronald Reagan. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just had to find a name that everybody would recognize. Okay. It was Ronald Reagan, and he was applying for president of the United States at that point. And he got it. Okay. Oh, LOL, Ronnie and I share a birthday. But that is true. Oh, Ronald Reagan and Bon Bon. Bon Bon and Ron Ron sharing a birthday. Okay. With all his powers combined, Donn Beach becomes Donnie Zombie with this cocktail. This is everything. This is everything that we like about old Donn. This is everything we like about Tiki. Let's begin by mixing in our rums. We want to start over here with frickin' rum. Frickin' rum. How much rum, though? Don't worry about it. All right? You let me worry about the rum. You don't worry about the rum. I worry about the rum. But if you are going to worry about the rum, 1.5 ounces of some dark Jamaican rum. If you want to go up to 2 ounces, I don't think the police are going to care. We need more rum. We're getting back into that Puerto Rican rum, my friends. Find yourself a nice gold Puerto Rican rum. We're going to be putting in 1.5 ounces of that stuff. Doing great. Doing great so far. This is all good. Put that away. More rum to come. Fret not, my friends. There is more rum to come. But in the meanwhile, let's begin because we are going to need to use the next rum as a floater. We have a floater coming up. So for all of you floater fans, stick around.
It's a floater.
It's a floater. It's on its way. We're going to go ahead and put in 3/4 ounce of some lime juice into this guy. This lime is way less juicy. Let's see if we can get any of it out. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more. It's just, there is no standard lime. Our good friend Shawnee Panabaker needs more $12 Don Q Gold. Yes, you do. You do need more $12 Don Q Gold. Or else you can go over to the Costco, and I believe the 175 of the Bacardi is like $13. So just get that one. Keep going here. It's about 3/4, mate. Feeling good about that. Let's put this away. Oh no, we're gonna chop. We need to keep chopping. Okay. We're gonna make some Donn's mix on the fly. Of course, I could have made Donn's mix before this whole shebang, but it's more fun to watch me make it, I think. I don't know. I don't really watch this show. Hi, Doc. Why have you started to squeeze your limes by hand? Well, Espen, that is a great question. Started to squeeze my limes by hand because we had a battle box a while ago where I was making daiquiris, and I found that the lime that I was squeezing fresh right there tasted better than the super juice that I was making, and obviously a lot better than the other versions of lime, like the store-bought stuff. So yeah, that's why we've started doing it, because just tastes better. And it's not like I'm squeezing a bajillion. It's not a bar that I'm running. It's a show where I make a couple cocktails a night. So that's why they're moose. I'm glad you noticed, but that's the whole reason. Just tastes better. The only constant with limes is their inconsistency. That is correct. Yeah. Sorry. Who's WandaVision? Oh, WandaVision. What is Arjat? Is that even how it's spelled? Hello, first of all, hello, WandaVision. Good to see you. What is Arjat? I don't know. Oh, Orgeat. Orgeat. That makes a lot more sense. What is Orgeat? Orgeat is a thick almond syrup. More so, though, than an almond syrup, it is mostly almond milk with a lot of, it's mostly sugar with almond milk into it. It also has a few other flavors going on in it. Things like rose water, orange flower water, almond extract, like finding, a real like thick almond extract. It's an amazing flavor. It's an amazing flavor. It started off there, Wanda, as it's a French thing. It's a French thing. Orgeat in French means oat water. Eau jatte. So it used to be oat water, but then they said, we will switch the whole thing. French is now already very, very hard to learn. We will now switch it around again. And that's kind of how we got to here. What should I put this in? Put it in my Morton's glass. Okay, so in order to make Donn's mix, this is Donn's famous mix. It was a mystery for a very, very long time until a guy named Beach Bum Berry figured it out. It's very simple, kind of an interesting little mix. It's 2 parts grapefruit juice and 1 part cinnamon syrup. So we're just gonna make it right here. So go ahead and put in, I don't know, 2 parts. What do you got? What do you got for 2 parts? I'm gonna pour it through here though, because otherwise we're gonna have an issue. Okay, how much do we got for 2 parts? Oh, look at me. 2 ounces. Ounces are parts. Put this back. Kyle, please remember to tell me that I have a glass back here. That shouldn't be where it is. So 2 parts of that and 1 part of cinnamon syrup, simple syrup. Very simple to make this stuff. Cinnamon simple syrup. It's just equal parts sugar and water, and then you put 1. If you're doing like a cup of each, then you want to put in 1 cinnamon stick and just let that sort of do a simmer for about 15 minutes. And then I put the cinnamon back in here, so over the days it just gets more and more cinnamony. That's it. We are now in Donn's mix, the Donn's mix business. Give this just a little spinneroo here. Do a little bar clean while we're doing it. We don't need a lot of this. This is not a big This is not a big part of it. So unless you're planning on making multiple zombies, I don't recommend making a big thing of Donn's mix. I've done it before. It doesn't seem to be what I want. So we just need half an ounce of some Donn's mix. Put this away over here. Definitely lose that in a minute. We'll put this away. A lot of ingredients on this show, so I've run out of space. Okay, we need half an ounce of falernum. Why not? We've already used falernum. Find some falernum, half an ounce. A lot of people will tell you that you can substitute falernum and orgeat pretty interchangeably. Those people aren't insane. They're not wrong. It's going to obviously change the flavor of what you got, but certainly you can figure out what's going on. Speaking of spinneroo, where's the drink spinner? You know what? We'll have the drink spinner. Thank you, Doug. Thank you for reminding me. We will put the drink spinner up tonight. We will have a drink spinner for the zombie. No doubt about it. Okay. Next thing we need to put in here is going to be a teaspoon of grenadine. Now, what do we say about grenadine? Please don't use roses. These guys are weirdos. We need a 1/4 ounce of some homemade grenadine. This stuff is so easy to make with just a little bit of pomegranate juice and sugar, equal parts, and shake it until the sugar is no longer on the bottom. That is it. Put this right here. And now we are, thank you, Kyle. Hashtag don't use roses. Hashtag do not use roses. Gross. Poisonous, I think. Probably shouldn't say that. It's not poisonous. It's just disgusting. It's horrible. Okay, now we've used this in basically every recipe that we've done so far today because this is Donn the Beachcomber's signature. This is his signature. We are going to be forging his signature. We're going to take some Angostura bitters. We're going to take some absinthe or some Pernod or some pastis, something like that, some anise, some big anise flavor, and we're going to put them in equal parts. So go ahead and put in like 4 dashes. We're calling it herb stirra. It's herb sant and Angostura, but we're going to put them in at the same time. Instead of having herb stir ready to go, it's just very easy to make it on the fly. So hit it. Very good. It just smells like a Donn cocktail when you put those equal parts of Angostura and absinthe in there. It just makes everything like just that much better. Okay. This is our cocktail. We need a big shake, guys. We need to have a big shake on this one because we want a lot of ice. We want some ice to melt in here. There's already a lot of rum going on in here, so a little bit of dilution is what we want. Ooh, any chance we can meet Shelly tonight? We do not have Shelly going. Shelly will be back on Tuesday when we do another version of the Beachcombers Gold. We'll bring Shelly back out, but Shelly is not awake tonight. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's the eyes of a crazy man. Okay. Put this into my zombie glass. These were a gift from my good friend D, I believe. Are these D? No, these are either D or, yeah, I think they were D. They might have been Bonbon. Forget, I know Bonbon gave me some glass, and I know D gave me some glass. It's a whole thing. Go ahead and pump and dump this. Leaving yourself some room up here, folks. We need some room. Why?
It's a floater.
It's a floater. We have a floater going in here. We need some 100. Oh, they're from Bill Dwyer. Dwyer's never given me anything. They're from D. I gotta find which ones were Bonbon's classes? Dang, I gotta find them. They're here somewhere. I promise, Bonbon. Okay. Smith & Cross will work. If you want to do an overproofed rum on this one, Smith & Cross will work, but I'll be using Lemon Heart 151 because there's a good chance that that's the rum that Donn used. We need to put in 1 full ounce of a 151 rum, a dark one, specifically a Demerara one. We want it to be Demerara. We want those flavors on top, and we're going to go ahead and
It's a floater.
we're going to float it. So for anybody taking notes, we have 4 ounces of rum in this cocktail currently. Jeez Louise. It's getting packed back here. 4 ounces of rum in this cocktail. 4 of them. And one of those ounces is 151 proof. This is a big cocktail. Now, of course, if you want, put some mint onto this guy. That's fine. That's good. You know what? We're going to put just a little bit of grapefruit on it. Oh, just a little bit of, take out some of this stuff inside. There we go. You know, let's just take it like this. We're gonna bring you guys in, I guess. Otherwise, we're just gonna throw it away. Not the most impressive garnish we've ever done on the show, but certainly better than nothing. We'll call that a day. This right here, my friends, is of course, this right here is called the Zombie. It's created by a guy named Donn Beach. It was his birthday just recently, February 22nd. He would have been 120. No, he would have been 115 years old. What year are we in? He would have been 117 years old this year on February the 22nd, which would have made him a fairly impressive zombie. Luckily for us, he just gave us the zombie instead. And so we don't have to deal with the undead party animal that he was. We just get to drink his delicious zombie with its amazing...
It's a floater.
Cheers. That was awesome. People are very concerned about Kyle. I've heard him. I'm not the only one knocking things over. I've heard Kyle knock a few things over. I'm telling you what, you can say all you want about the Mai Tai. It's a great drink. It's a simple drink. It follows a very simple pattern on how to make a drink. It's basically the same thing as a margarita with just a little bit of extra love to it. This thing is a complex monster. It is a beast. It has so many great variations because of all the different rums you can throw in here. The grapefruit with the cinnamon just does something out of this world. It doesn't seem like it should be so tropical. It is. The zombie. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna say it, and I don't care if I get canceled. Okay, this is my moment. This is my time. The zombie is the best tiki drink. I'm sorry. The zombie is the #1 best tiki drink. I don't care to hear other opinions. I'm done with them. The zombie is the best tiki drink. It's perfect. It's excellent. It's lovely. It has everything. It even has a signature. And I love it. Okay. So, let me do this real quick. Don't forget, guys, if you like anything that we're doing in here, even one little thing that we do here, remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment on this show. If you do that, listen, I can't guarantee good things are going to happen. But remember earlier when you said you liked that one thing about that show? That'll keep happening. And that's what I want. I want that for you. So do that. Cheers. Okay. That's, you guys know that's not the end of the show, but this is the point in this in the videos where it goes. Okay. Okay. Let me answer some questions. Kyle's saying it is a great night. Kyle is wasted out there. That's a lot of rum going out there. Hi, Doc. Is it so, and why is it called overproof above 60, 120 proof? Anything special that happens to the booze? Yeah, I mean, other than their moose, it's just a higher percentage of rum. So rum, because it is made, you're making booze out of 100% sugar. You can get a lot more flavor and booze into it than say like a whiskey, which you're making out of grain. Grain has some sugar in it, but it's not 100%. So the reason that you see a lot more overproofed rums is because they can sustain a delicious flavor of the rum even at those high proofs, even without having to water them down at the end. So you can get a lot of big, you can get a lot of big alcohol, big ABV in there without having to worry about losing it to, say, just the absolute death rattle of burn that a really high proof whiskey can get. So nothing really happens other than it's boozier and it brings us a slightly different taste. But no, overproof usually means that it is over. For rum, I mean, I would call anything at 100 proof in rum overproofed. Fun fact, Lulu met Dougie G when she was drinking a zombie. Oh my gosh. Hey, this is a great drink. This is a great couple. So if that, I mean, listen, think about all the other great couples that this thing is out there. Doing it. Oh, good. Jen has taken one of the drinks from Kyle and is now drinking it. Hopefully that's the way to do it. What did you say? One sec. I bet. Oh, she said I bet Dougie G, but what she meant was met. We know what you were saying. Guys, please hit the sub button and make DCED pass 2,000 subscribers. That'd be really nice if we could get to 2,000 subscribers here soon. It just seems a little better. I'm working on some cool guests. Just FYI for you guys, I did just sign with a little company that is going to help me out. So the good things are coming. Good things are coming. Tom Hubbard, did you make the rums and do the Donn Beach? Did we? I mean, was Tiki Tom along with us? Oh, I didn't even see this. Thank you to Bootopia. Thank you for the tip. That is a great way to support your local bartenders. For this community, I'm the local bartender. So there we go. Okay. Darn it, all Doug had is Hamilton 151. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's a great rum. Okay. Didn't have grapefruit. Mixed lemon and orange, which was okay. Yeah, it's tough to create grapefruit. I found that when you're making grapefruit super juice, you need to use MSG, monosodium glutamate, or whatever the heck it is. So hopefully you were able to figure that out. But very nice stuff. Okay, that's what we got. I feel like we've figured it out. So, guys, this next week is going to be bonkers. I have a lot of bonkers things going, but with that, I have carved out a definite Tiki Tuesday. So we will be back here coming up on Tiki Tuesday. We will be continuing our look into the Beachcomber's Gold. We'll be doing the 1970s version of the Beachcomber's Gold. That one includes 2 different types of vermouth. So hopefully that's even good. I don't even know if it's good, but I want to see how this Beachcomber's Gold sort of evolves. We will be bringing out Shelly. Of course, Shelly is the shell that goes inside of a cup. It's not really a character on the show. It's just a shell. It's a nice shell. And then what do we got? I think that's it. I think that might be the only show we're doing next week, except for, of course, Saturday. We'll be doing a show Saturday, no doubt about it. Please. We don't use MSG. We don't? Dang. Oh, yeah, that's right. I couldn't make the super juice because I'm not allowed to bring MSG into my house. I'm also not allowed to watch scary movies in the house. I don't want them to be haunted. Okay, that's that. I'm gonna run these credits, but in the meanwhile, if you guys, you know what? We're gonna do quick. We're gonna do quick shots after this, just because you guys, I appreciate you guys. This is bartender appreciation night, and you guys for showing up are bartenders. So if you want to join in the chat, say hi. Maybe wear a hat. Maybe if you have a hat you want to wear, I'd like to see that. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna run these credits. Clap for everybody that goes by. These are all people that are keeping the channel going. But if you want to help keep the channel going, there's a great way to do it, and that is to subscribe, like, share, and comment, or find my Patreon. However you do that, you can find the Patreon and all that other stuff right down here. If you can't do that, what I would love for you to do is to tell your friends about the show. Bring your friends in here. We had WandaVision come in here tonight. We haven't seen WandaVision before. Hopefully WandaVision will be back. Love to see WandaVision pop in and out. And if you can't do any of that, all you got to do is show up. We do classes Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays live, and we put out shows. We put out cut-up shows every other day. So hopefully you guys are in. Until then, I will say, like we always do,
It's a floater.
because it is a floater, of course, and then
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
and then we will say bye.
What? What? Are you trying to drive me crazy? I know you are, but what am I? Yes. Woo! Yes. All right. Woo!
That's all I am. Just a regular human bartender. Anyway, I started clapping.
This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
With the addition of April DuBois to the Patreon list, the song lasts exactly the right amount of time. Thank you, April, for joining. I am noticing I asked and I was given, I have two hatted men coming in here. Let me say hello to our good friend Bootopia. Cheers to Bootopia. How are you, pal? Giving us the Miss America wave. I'm digging it. And let me bring in our good friends, Doug and Lulu, hanging out. Look, you guys got the same hat. That is awesome.
That's a nice hat. Yeah.
Yeah. Is this a trend that I've missed? Is this a TikTok thing that I don't know anything
Donn
about?
Beach. It's Donn Beach.
It is Donn Beach. That's exactly what it is. Honestly. Yeah, you guys are absolutely. Oh, Bonbon says she can't join. Well, that's all right. The Queen of the Hats is represented in the hats that you guys are wearing. Doug, you said you made the first one. What'd you think?
It was very good.
Good, right?
I don't know if I used the right rums. I had to actually add a little simple to it. It was a little tart for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that happens. And Bootopia, what are you drinking tonight?
I made a different Mai Tai that just had that Hamilton in it. I'm not getting the mix of the rum thing, but
Yeah, not in yet. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. I've been given this real quick just so we can all be in. Okay.
all right.
I felt like maybe I was out. I had missed something. So yeah, now I'm in. I am ready. We're the hat guys. There we go.
Nice join. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I thought that was good. That was my good friend Kyle who brought that in. Yeah, honestly, you know, Bootopia, I think that sometimes the mixing of the rums helps, and sometimes it really hurts. So I'm with you. If you find the rum you like, you know, stick with the girl you took.
Clearly, there are different flavors. That's why I was saying tonight somebody should put together a chart and from flavors and origins, and that way you can at least go to the liquor store and hey, buy one of these. And but anyway,
so there's a book.
You just have to drink more to figure it out.
That's the important
That's always
thing.
a good solution.
There's a great book by Martin Cate, Smuggler's Cove. He does talk about all that, about how what the different versions of the rums are. So that is helpful. But maybe it's time that Dr. Cush's Exotic Drink does that. Yeah,
Look at that.
Yeah, we all listen.
They have the book.
It's the book. It is Bootopia. It is the book. So that's what you need.
Yeah.
See, there's
in the future, you know what? Why don't we? I'm going to put that on the list of things we're going to do. We're going to get together a list of different rums that that we can substitute in and out, because listen, it's daunting. So anyway, all right, cool guys. Well, hey, listen, this was a ton of fun. You guys are the greatest. I love that we are all hat brothers. I'm not taking mine off tonight, so stick with them. And
hey, great show last night, Doctor.
Thank you very much. From the other one.
Yes, you were very, with this sophisticated associate with you with the black stole.
Yes. Tammy, Tammy looking like one of the Starks, was really doing the right stuff. Yeah. We will be back next. So we're back together on Friday. It looks like we're doing peanut butter cocktails. So if you guys are interested at all, we are back live on Friday. So show up there. All right, guys. Always a pleasure. Like they say, never a chore. Cheers, everybody. And I will see you guys all on the next one. Until then, thank you, Dawn, and thank you all for showing up. And I will talk to you guys some other time. And in the meanwhile, what do we always say?
It's a floater.
It's a floater.